My preschool friends have been learning all about insects at our virtual preschool class. There's a link below if you want more information. But one of the insects that I think is really, really cool is called a firefly. Fireflies light up at nighttime. Even though it's a bug, it can light up when it gets dark outside. I thought we could read this book together about a really cool insect. This is called It's a Firefly Night by Diane Ochiltree. Let's read it together. When the moon is high and the stars are bright, Daddy tells me it's a firefly night. You see some stars and the moon. I can tell that it is nighttime. I hop off the porch. I feel the air warming my legs and messing my hair. It's warm outside. Do you think it is summer or winter? I think it must be summer with that warm air. Grass tickles my toes. I zip through the yard, chasing fireflies. Gotcha! To put in my jar. Look at that little bug that she put in a jar. Do you see that yellow glow around that bug? It's a firefly. It lights up at night. Fireflies shimmer. Can you help me count how many she has? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My jar's like a light bulb that's just come alive. Fireflies glimmer. All of them glow. I race to show Daddy their dancing light show. Flickering quicker, they sparkle and shine. I love catching fireflies, but they are not mine. I take one gently out of the jar. My hand is a cage for one tiny star. Think about that. She said that her hand is like a cage, like she's holding something inside, and she said it's like a tiny star. Why do you think she called it a tiny star? Because it glows like a star. Uncurling my hand, easy and slow, I whisper goodbye, and then I let it go. Soon many fireflies open their wings. They flitter and flutter and soar over my swings. These fireflies can fly high. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Drift through moonlight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blink in the night. We walk back to the house. I hold Daddy's hand tight. Will tomorrow, I ask, be a firefly night? These are some interesting facts about fireflies. Real, true things about this cool insect. Let me read you a couple of cool things about this insect. Fireflies can be super tiny that you can barely see them, all the way up to 1 inch, which is about the size of the top part of your finger, all the way to the little bendy part. It can be about that big. They're pretty small bugs. Farmers and gardeners really love fireflies because they eat other bugs that could hurt your plants. So some bugs that hurt your plants could be snails or slugs, stuff like that. But fireflies eat those things. And so farmers are really happy when the fireflies come around because it eats all of the pests that get into their garden. The firefly changes as it grows up. A life cycle, kind of like a caterpillar to a butterfly or a tadpole to a frog. A firefly grows up in stages like that too. It goes from an egg to a larva, which is like a little worm, then an adult insect, a big firefly. Some of the little baby larvae, they give off light, just like the grown-up fireflies. And when there's a little larva, a little worm that glows like that, people call it a glowworm. A glowworm. That's pretty silly. Fireflies really like to live in places where the air is kind of wet. So if it's really dry where you live, like if you live in a desert, fireflies don't like it there very much. They like to live in places next to a pond or a stream, or if there's a swamp. If the air is pretty wet, that's where the fireflies like to live. Take a look at this night sky with all of these glowing fireflies. What a special insect. I have never held a firefly in my hand, but I think it would feel like you were holding a star. That would be so cool. I really loved learning about fireflies with you today. If you'd like to read more stories with me, you can hit the subscribe button below. And if you're interested in a virtual preschool class, there's a link for that too. We learn all kinds of things on a screen like this. I hope I see you again soon. Bye-bye.